think that should be the stream coming up. Let's just double check it's up, because I've done this a couple of times. This has not come up sometimes. Yeah, it's up. Hi, and welcome to round 10 of Max's Minions. Today we'll be at Spa, which is a very, very fast race. Or fast track, I should say. Very long track as well. So hopefully, one-shot qualifying the day with a sprint race to decide the order for the main race. So let's get underway here. Let's go. Okay. Now we're getting into the one-shot quali. This matters a lot. It's definitely going to be nervous. Track limits around here can be a bit nasty, as this is a lot of high-speed corners. So you can always drift wide and then get that invalidation. So it might be a balance of try keep it on track while try go quick. So let's go. As we're just waiting for Mel Mike to load in for qualifying to commence. Now, it's a very historic track. I don't really know most of the corner names. I know Rouge because it's the bane of my existence, but now we're just waiting for all the guys to get their setups on. And yeah, we'll be going. I definitely think we'll be definitely in the 144s for pole position, so. But you never know. You need to wait and see. So now it starts. So everyone's going to definitely be jumping around. So we'll go. It's difficult to try and get to the top of the grid. Come on. We'll sit on with Neil right now. As he's the top, as Lucky goes quicker up. But we'll sit on for Neil for this lap. As Ralphie's already retired, so he's probably gotten a validation going up a Rouge. As Neil now gets the Popple sector in the first sector, so he's laying down the groundworks now. He's got to keep it consistent to really get this ball. It is showing you the different wings people are running here. Some running lower wings than others. As we see Haj and Gavin have all retired, so they've definitely invalidated. As now we're still on with Neil. He's still at the top. He's not moved about. This man's not Bob's in second. I wonder if he can claw any time to Neil here. As he goes there, he sets another fastest sector here. He's really flying around this track. As now he's on the back straight, he's pedal to the metal. Not really a lift for this next corner. Really just throw the car in. Now it's the last two corners. I don't think anyone will catch Neil here unless he really makes a mistake on these corners. As it looks like Lockie's throwing it in, but it's not. It's backfired, and Neil gets it. He gets into the 143s. So I was wrong, and that is crazy. That's a really quick lap from Neil. We'll go through the order because we didn't really get to see everyone's lap here. But Neil takes pole position for the sprint, followed by Man's Not Bob, then Jake, and then Lucky, Tom, White JR, Brian, Lange, Top Car Vlogger, LLCC, and everyone else didn't set a time, but Mike got it over the line, so he gets that 11th, and everyone else retired. So yeah, that's definitely going to be now a question of, with the sprint, with the tyre choice, will someone maybe put on the softs, or will everyone be on the mediums? Because everyone will have definitely a brand new pair of softs, and it's raining, so it doesn't matter about the tyres. It is a wet sprint race. Now the real question is it wets or in us? I bet most of the drivers are definitely not happy with this weather, but it can rain here. It's not like other games where at certain tracks it can't rain. I think in F1 it can rain basically at every track. As now we're just waiting for people to really figure out what to do here. That has definitely thrown a wrench into with the people that are running the lower wings. So we'll see how they survive. As the 5 red lights are going, they are coming on, and away we go. Everyone really tiptoeing off the line there as we see LLC with, is that a driver who may have jumped the starts? As Bob's really struggling here as we see a bit of contact, and I think that's Mansell. Bob has went round there, and there's still contact at the back as we see, is that White GR into the barrier? There's a lot of things happening at the back here. I wonder, there's just no safety car, so I don't think there is a safety car. We're not going to get one, so gotta keep going. Is now Top Car Vlogger and Lucky have really thrown it in. Now it's just made a big gap. And that is a chaotic start to the race. I don't really know what happened there. I didn't get a good view, and I know I seen Bob spin round, but maybe someone just locked a wheel on his rear axle. But it's definitely one for the stewards to look at the end. It's really just let Neil and Jake get away from the pack now. It's now as Haj has had a really good start, I think. We'll go to positions change. Yeah, Haj, 8 places already off that start. So as Gavin's got 6, and Ralphie has got 6, fighting LLC 7. Costasar's really improved, and I think the big loser off that start is definitely Mans Not Bob. But I'm sure he can definitely call his way back into this race. So I didn't even have time to put on the full telemetry and that, but it's becoming a weird race already. As now we see Top Car Vloggers really dropped off the back of Lucky. As we got another yellow, it's Metal Mike. Where he's went off, he's got damaged. Did he hit the wall? I'm just wondering, I don't think there will be a safety car in the sprint race, but there's a lot of cars DNF, and that's already 2 DNF'd off the starts. We see a lot of cars jumping into the pits here. We know LLC has to serve his penalty, but it just looked like he just stopped there. I wonder what happened there. But we'll jump back into the action. We'll see this is really becoming a freeway fight at the top now. As Alpine are looking really good to score some points in this. I'm not sure. I think we scored points in the sprint, but Top Car Vloggers really burnt some batteries. Ralphie's going to make the move on their outside, but Gavin's also made the move around Top Car Vlogger. It just shows you being behind a car, going up Eau Rouge, that slingshot, that toe you get off. It just shows you how powerful it can be as they make it through. As you definitely would not have expected both cars to make it through. As we see Gavin having front wing damage as well. I wonder if Ralphie's got any front wing damage. No, he does not, by the looks of it. He looks fine. So some cars sticking out. We see Tom going a bit slowly, maybe just getting caught out by the car in front for a different braking zone, but it's really put Mans Not Bob onto the back of him. He's kept his front wing intact, So that's a good thing. It's Top Car Vlogger just losing the rear in the wet. He's lost it again. He's in the barrier. It's a front. He's missing his front wing. He would definitely have to pit as he goes really far back. But we'll get straight back into the action. As now Man's Not Bob is all over the back of Tom. As the sparks are flying, I think there's some bit of debris on the road. Tom's went a little bit wide. Man's Not Bob's opting to go around the outside. He's keeping it there. He'll have this inside. There's no traction zone. We'll go back on. He can't get it out there, but he's still really close. Using a bit of overtake. He goes down the inside here. As these two are battling really hard for this position. Showing how lightly they were on the throttle. It's Top Car Vlogger DNFs. As these guys are going side by side, I think Tom just opts out of it. Sitting behind them. Maybe try and get that slingshot down the straight with the toe. As these guys are really putting on a performance here. But I think Man's Not Bob's made the move. It's now looking all over the back of Ralphie. He might have just made a mistake. He's got a part of his front wing missing, so it should give him a bit of speed down the straights, but at these corners he's going to struggle. But he's looking to hold on now. As we're only on the third lap of the race. It's now Jake's lost a lot of time to the leaders now. I wonder if he's just went wide somewhere. But it's been crazy so far. And it just shows you how much the rain can throw a wrench into people's races. Only 3 out. It's a little... yeah, and this is getting interesting. He is nearly 2 seconds down in his lap, so he's definitely went off. But hopefully he's going to try and just hold on to this third place for the main race. As we'll flick back through a little. Gavin just behind. And now it's getting interesting as everyone's, well, surely will be settled down. I wonder if the people that have pitted can maybe make a surge back, but I just don't think there's not enough laps for it, and the tyres definitely won't wear. As we've seen, Man's Not Bob's Gavin there. Really showing you how treacherous it is out there. There is more rain coming down. I just wonder if the track's just getting wetter. But obviously these guys will definitely know what tyres it is right now. I can only sit and watch to see what's happening here. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple. It's interesting. This will definitely be interesting if it's a wet main race. But no, they're keeping the cool and really just keeping it on track is the key, I think, now for everyone. So we'll sit on with these two really pushing it, really just try to push it as hard as they can. As we see Ralphie, maybe that's the line for there. Just maybe I drifted a little bit too wide for Ralphie though. He has lost time down that bit sector. He's really throwing the car around. As Gavin's rear just lights up a bit too much wheel spin. And these guys are really giving it their all here. As now they come to the final back. So we'll go back on with the 2 leader cars for now. So we've seen Lucky, who was in third, is really putting on the pressure on Neil. I'm pretty sure these two are in a title fight with each other. I'll need to fact check it, but as Costasar now gets a 3-second penalty for track limits, it looks like it is treacherous. But let me just pull up the standings here. Yeah, where's the where's the proper standings? There is 50 points between it, but there is the top 2 trying to battle out. And hopefully they can keep it nice and cool as we're coming into the final couple of laps here. I just hate to imagine the dirty air trying to follow a car in these wet conditions as well. Because now we'll jump onto Neil. There's a little bit more battery than Lucky, but I don't imagine battery will definitely not be an issue in the rain. So we'll jump back to Jake, who's losing a little bit of time to the car behind, but definitely not enough time to be starting to panic now. But what a crazy... And it's only the sprint race, we still got the main race to go. So we'll sit on with Jay just going around the track. So we'll have a look and see if any battles maybe brewing. Gavin really keeping Ralphie in a... Really just keeping up with him, making him honest around the track, making sure he doesn't make any mistakes here. But he is calling some time. And some people are burning their inters a bit too quickly. But there's a big old long lap. But it looks like Ralphie's got a good exit out there. As now we'll just sit on board with these two for a couple. As we see yellow flags behind. Man's not Bob, maybe. I think he's just went a little bit wide, losing the car under traction. Because it's definitely it definitely looks treacherous as well. He's running. I'm pretty sure Man's Not Bob is running no traction, so that'll definitely not be helping him in these wet conditions. We see Tom going very wide there. He's come back on track, and Bob's going to have an amazing run on him. He'll make that stick, I would say. He does. Tom mate just having a look, but he just tucks back in now. And it would definitely be interesting. So now we're coming up onto lap 7, the penultimate lap. There's still lap 6, still a long way to go for this race. Even though it's been a short race, we've still got nearly a fourth. We've still got 1/4 of the way, 1/4 of the way to go still. And anything can happen in that space of time. So we'll jump on with Gavin with his pursuit of Ralphie here. He's up on his time, Gavin, so he's really pushing the car now. Using battery there. Ralphie's got a lot of battery saved here. Maybe just keeping it for the last couple of laps here as Neil sets the fastest lap. Really just pushing that lead to extend it. Goes wide. No, he doesn't go wide. He just tucks up behind. Him slowing down, and now Jake's in the picture. But now they're really close together, these two. But I'm sure now Ralphie will definitely be burning some of his batteries. Put on the hot lap, so is Gavin though. They come up here. In the rain, I hate this corner in the rain as well. It looks like Gavin didn't get the best exit there, and it's going to allow Ralphie to get away, as he's burning a lot of battery to get away as well. But this has been a chaotic race. It's only an 8-lap race. It's honestly... just can't imagine for the real race whether I want it to be a dry or I want it to be a wet race for the commentary. But as we see, Jake is dropping a lot of time. I don't think he'll be in the grasp of Ralphie, but it's something to think about for the main race. As the top two are still sticking with each other. So you see Lucky burning battery just to try and get anywhere close. As you can see, Neil's still got 51% battery to burn on this lap. last lap. Doesn't have that much battery to burn. As Jake's got a 3-second penalty, and that's definitely not going to help him now. So now Ralphie definitely going to be pushing on now to try and stay within that 3-second gap to Jake. It's coming down. It's coming. We are on it. You could just see he's so far back, Lucky. I don't think there's anything he can do in this back straight. Using all the battery. Neil's just sitting in the hot lap now. As we also see Neil's light, his fuel lights came on. So maybe he's definitely put less fuel in the car than Lucky here. Lucky not with the fuel light on, so I wouldn't think Neil would have definitely not put. He should have put enough fuel in. Just hope he can get to the finish line before the fuel goes. Because now Jake's really pushing now. He's got that 3-second penalty to the cars behind. Just really have to set off now. As now cost us as we see Gavin nearly spinning out and hitting the barrier. It was a great catch from his man's not Bob now has a penalty. But Tom's got to really push to get into that gap. So you see these guys are really close now. We'll get back onto them. It's a temp separated. As Lucky's got more battery, he burns the ERS. They're both burning here. As Lucky's got that inside line. Neil goes very wide. He's on the gravel. He just maybe got that corner wrong. Maybe there was a bit of contact. As Lucky will come home to win the sprint. But what an amazing race. A last lap overtake for the win. And this is definitely going to be a spicy race here. As we see Jake, will he get over the line with that penalty? Will he stay in third? It's coming down. It's going to come to the smallest of margins. And he does by 100th. Oh my days. That is very close. This the closest you can never get. But it's Jake in third, Ralphie in fourth, Gavin in fifth, Man's Not Bob in sixth, Tom in seventh, Costasar in eighth, LLC. He has that penalty, so drop down to 10th for now. As Hash picks up that place. As we've got Brian and Lange off the back. Maybe just to sustaining some. Man's Not Bob's DNFs. I'm sure. So does Jake. I'm sure I've got the order anyway, but it has been a crazy race so far. But they already finished their lap, so no clue what's happening here. As we'll watch Brian coming over the line. He does to pick up 11th. As now Lange will come and take the flag to take 12th. But what a crazy sprint race in the rain we've had just there. And now we'll be going on to the main race here. But oh my days. Is now we'll do a run back, but that is not the right order. I hope someone's got a screenshot of that. As now we'll be waiting for another lobby. But that was definitely an action-packed 8 laps around Spa. So we'll just wait for the invite to the next lobby. This restart won't matter. It shouldn't, because we're, yeah. psyching myself out here. Yeah, as host migration comes. So we'll quit just to the main menu and wait for the next race invite to come in. I'm excited for now the main race. It's definitely going to be an interesting race for sure. I'm thinking all the drivers are definitely hoping it's going to be dry. It looks like it is dry. So just waiting for everyone to join back and we'll get going again. But yeah. Be interesting to see because they just done a dry and they just done a wet race. Wow, dry qualifying a wet sprint race and then a dry race it looks like. So I'm sure they're getting tested in basically every weather today. But hopefully we'll have a start. We'll go make sure no one gets out on the first lap, but it's not in the rain, so hopefully everyone can get around safely in the first corner. And yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to join back in, get in their cars, we'll get going. We'll still need to wait a little bit more just to make sure everyone gets their setup back on. And now, I would imagine they'll all be thinking they've got basically brand new tyres. Every tyre they want will be brand new. None used. So that'll throw a bit of an element into this race as well. As now, who are we just waiting on here? Oh, let's close that. And yeah, I'm excited now. I really want to see what happens in this race now. I think Langage just needs to pick his car. Is there anyone else we're missing? Hmm. So also no, the drivers. Oh no, not the drivers, but the construction ship is only separated by 17 points between Alpine and Mercedes. So that's definitely it's definitely given me some ideas. Saying that Red Bull's not far behind by on 30 points, and so is Ferrari. So the Racing Bulls, not Red Bulls. Sorry, can't even see with the different colours. But yeah, that's close. It's definitely very close for the constructorship. So as LLCC's now joined, so hopefully he can pick his car and we'll be on our way. I think we should be. Are we ready to go? Just have a check with. I think we're just waiting on some people. I think this is definitely the time everyone goes for the maybe go get a drink of water or maybe go to the toilet. So I'm just try to think who I would say for the podium here because it's definitely a long old race. We definitely, I definitely didn't get a feeler for it because we're going from a wet sprint to a dry race, so the whole order can change up with that. So I don't even know who you'd definitely say would be on the podium here. Oh. So now I think the grid is set up for the race. And we're just waiting for people. I have readied up. I think we're just waiting on a couple more people to come back and then we'll get this race get this race going. I'm just wondering. Knowing that we're waiting on someone's probably definitely Hash. Gotta say. Slangy's now readied up. Not 100% sure if we're going yet or not. Oi, oi, oi. Oi. Just trying to think of something to say now. We've got a little bit of downtime. God, I wish I had a co-commentator sometimes to talk with, but one man army, I guess. So. Oh. Oh, the panda's here. I've just got them. I've just looked at the chat and I've just got it to load up. Sorry for if I was ignoring everyone, but nothing's working for me sometimes. Oh God. But now it's definitely gonna be a wild race. 20, I would imagine 20 laps of people swapping on the. Is it the Kemmel Street? I want to say it's the Kemmel Street, but I'm bad with names sometimes. So don't hold me accountable if I get the name of the any track, any corner or the straight bad. So, but yeah. We're just still waiting for the race to get underway. Oh, someone else is ready up. Are we going? We might be going. We should be going now. I've just checked. I've checked my messages. So, oh, let's go. We should be getting underway soon. So, yep, now we're underway now. So we're gonna get underway. We get to the real race. Now it's definitely gonna be a question of what tires does everyone gonna start on. I would imagine we'll definitely see some people starting on the mediums, maybe some on the hards. I don't know if anyone will pick the softs, but hey, you never know. You never know. Some people, or they just might be saying it could be wise to maybe not use the softs until the safety cars come out. Yeah, it will be basically a free pit stop for everyone. Or am I thinking? I might be thinking of the. Yeah, I'm thinking of the 24-hour layout. That's my bad. It's a short layout, short pit stop, isn't it? I think it. Yeah. So now everyone's gonna get in, get their setups on, and hopefully no one readies up too quickly, and lets everyone take their time with it. But now Lucky starts on pole position for the start of this race, and I don't know if that is a good thing. I mean, if you can get away off the start, that is good, but if second is behind you or even third's close by, you're gonna get swamped off the start of this race. But now the 5 red lights are on, and we are underway. Let's see the starts. As Lucky looks to get a good start here. Trying to look at the tyres here. He's on softs. Lucky has went on softs. As well go through the a lot of people on softs as Jake now cuts into the lead. But there is yellows behind. I wonder, it is a virtual safety car off the start. And Jake out of nowhere gets that lead. It's now Costasar and that are switching. That's definitely interesting. I did not expect Jake to get that brilliant launch, but Neil looks like he's just been caught sleeping a little there. And so, I would say Lucky as well. Maybe just got a corner wrong off the start, but I did say pole's not really a place you want to be on this track. everyone starting on softs. So scratch my idea of going onto the hards. It's all softs, except from Man's Not Bob, who's went on an alternative strategy with the mediums. I can see Apex in the chat saying, "Let's go range." He's lost the position off the start. So hopefully he can claw his way back. Yes, we've got 2 people DNF'd off the back end. I wonder if that is the cause of the safety car. But that is definitely not what you want. Definitely never want a DNF from a race. So now I wonder when this virtual safety car will go away. But now we've done a lot of the lap here for the virtual safety car. Is Jake goes slow for that corner. I wonder if he was just maybe over the delta. As Lucky's looking behind him. Have we got away yet? Still says virtual safety. That's a full safety car. That is why. It is a full safety car. The game's just... Yeah, it is. I was wondering why that was there for so long. So that is just a little bug on me. As we see a lot of people coming on the pits. We got Tom in for hards, Gavin in for mediums. Man's Not Bob on hards. Everything's doing that. It's Top Car Vlogger on hards, White JR on hards, Brian's onto the hards. So everyone who's pitted in there has went to hards, except from Gavin, who's went onto a set of mediums. As we've seen LOCC just picking up a penalty. But as we'll check what kind of penalty it is. It's a 10-second penalty, and that's definitely not going to help it's definitely not going to help your race. But already we've had 1 safety car off of lap 1. So maybe just people are getting caught out with that first corner going up Eau Rouge. It is hard to get right when it's at the start. But yeah, people putting on different compounds of tyres. I don't think this is... Is it I don't think it's a mandatory. We don't have mandatory stops in this race, I think. I could be wrong though. Just gonna go and check. No mandatory stops, so they can pit as many times as they want, or as little as they want. But yeah, now everyone's trying to warm up their tyres to see if they can get away. It would definitely be... It's definitely an offset now on strategy. Half the grid's pitted and the other half have stayed out. So, this is definitely going to become spicy. Yeah, now the possible strategy saying it's definitely a soft to either mediums or hards, whatever you want. And these lap, and I forget how long the lap around Spa is sometimes. We'll definitely be going around another lap. Because the safety cars are really slow for that section. Of those 2 corners. As LLC comes into the pits, probably just to get rid of that 10-second penalty and just get on new tyres. Now, all the cars that have pitted will definitely have an offset of tyres coming to the end of this race. I think Gavin will definitely have to come in off those mediums. Don't think they can stretch. And the people that went onto the hards, I don't know. Maybe they can get to the end, but the question is, are you going to save a pit stop if you go try to go for the end here? But the safety car is definitely helping these guys with their tyres. They can really nurture them into the race. So they could. Because now everyone gets to charge up their batteries and maybe go for it again. I would hope everyone's charging their batteries. Yeah, everyone back on 100 is yeah, LOCC burns a little bit to get back to this pack. Not even halfway through the track as well, and he's nearly caught back up. And yeah, we're just waiting for this safety car to come back in. We'll get racing again, I think. Hopefully it comes in this lap and we'll have more laps of racing. I think it should come in this lap. I think they're all bunched up together. Let's get back racing. Come on, safety car. Come in. But is it going to come in? Safety car in this lap. So now Jake is going to be the lead safety car. He has to wait until the red Mercedes gets into the pits. And now he's got to bunch up everyone here. So we'll go on board with him. Just watch him warm up his tyres a little, keeping the pace. Actually, we'll go on the overhead camera. I quite like it on a restart sometimes. So he's got to maintain his speed here. Make sure he bunches up and needs to try and get these the cars behind. He needs to catch them out. I think he's went early here. Has he gone? He has gone. He went early. It's not really caught out lucky at all. He's burning battery. Showing you how quickly that is. He's definitely caught out people, but it's not the car behind he's caught out. So he'll definitely be fighting this. It's both burning a bit of ERS off the start. But they have left Neil, they've left him by over a second. Well, just over a second from Jay. But now, as Lucky powers down this, he's in the slipstream. He pulls to the outside. Is he going to go all the way around? They're going side by side here. This is some brilliant racing between these two. Just a little bit of tyre rubbing, but that's fine. As Lucky does it, gets him. As Jake has a look down, back down the inside, doesn't make it stick. But that was definitely great racing through that section of the track there. As now, I think we'll jump back here. As now Costasar's under pressure from Ralphie. Let's see if he can make this overtake stick. I think he's just backed off. It's not really a nice section to be behind a car. But these two are still battling for it. Oh, Jake just puts a little bit of his tyre into that gravel. As Neil's not burned that much energy here. It's now Manspot. Bob's overtook Top Car Vlogger. I wonder if Top Car Vlogger's just made a mistake somewhere. As we see the cars really looks like they're breaking parts of it. It's not true, but now Neil's on the back. He's not on the back. He looked closer. It's just that section, isn't it? There's now DRS is available, and this is what I mean. If you can get a good launch out here with DRS, you're going to be flying at the car in front. Well, it depends if the car in front has DRS, but we have also a tow. So you see Lucky burning a bit of battery. Let's see how much time he's catching. He gains a lot of time back there. As we see Top Car Vlogger getting straight past Man's Not Bob. Showing you how powerful the DRS can be up that straight. As now Gavin's got a 3-second penalty. Sorry. So now Costasar's also sticking in with the top 3 here, so he's making sure he's been his presence has been felt. So Ralphie's dropped off a little bit, still in DRS range. If he can keep there, I'd imagine he can claw back up there. But now, top 3 separated by just a little over a second. Well, it's definitely a little over a second now. As I wonder what these guys are all going to be thinking. Neil's got the most battery out of the top three here. Costasar just a little bit less, and I think Ralphie burning a little bit of battery to get up. As Costasar goes a little deep into that corner. As he spins! As Costasar spins, I thought he went a little bit deep. It looked like it did compromise his line there. Through that, and he's tumbling down the order now. But we'll go back up to the top three here. Let's see if Lucky can survive this lap. He's got 2 cars behind him with DRS. And with a little bit more battery, so as you can see, they're flying. Jake's flying at him. He goes to the outside. And he gets that move done. So he's still side by side for Lucky. As I just went off with him. Jake goes around the outside. He keeps the position, but Lucky's still there looking around the outside of this corner now. I think he backs off. I think he's just going to stick behind. And now Neil's here in the battle for this freeway fight for the lead. I hope these guys gotta remember that the cars behind have pitted. I think they're just hoping that they'll have to pit again. Maybe another safety car might help. But as the LLC pits again, just not having the best of races. But I'd imagine he can still come back into this. Anything can happen in these races. As Lucky's sticking to the back of Jake. As we got someone out, Costasar is out. And that is a full safety car here. We did see Costasar on the lap before. He spun out on the last corner, so I wonder if the tyres just got to him. As now it looks like everyone's pulling into the pits. Yeah, they are pulling. As Tom now will inherit the lead of the race here. Gavin pushes on as well with him. Man's Not Bob pushes on. Now that's definitely thrown some mix of strategy here. As look at the tyres of the leaders. Jake on the mediums as Lucky and Neil went hard. So there's 2 different compounds of tyres. Ralphie goes on to the hards. Haj goes on to the mediums. Top Car Vlogger goes on to the mediums. And LLC went in a lap before is on the mediums right now. And that's definitely interesting to see. And now these guys that have pitted under that original safety car have basically lost that free pit stop because of this safety car. And that is not going to help them as well. They're going to have a little bit of worse tyre here. There's 5 of them that sticked out with it, so we'll wait and see what happens. But I think everyone's made a pit stop, so they can all go to the end on their tyres if they wanted to. But as now LLC gets a 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings, and that's definitely nothing. That's definitely something you really do not want, as you cannot take it off during the pit stops at all. So yeah, this has definitely thrown a wrench into this race now. So sorry for coughing there as well. This is definitely going to be an interesting end to the race. I just wonder if mediums, will they will definitely get to the end of the race, but will they be good enough at the end to defend? But I've not played this game in ages, so I will definitely not know any of the ideas that are popping in these guys' heads. This is now the safety car. It's done its first lap around the track. It's very slow in that section. I don't like that because it really bunches everyone up. It really just bunches everyone up, doesn't it? But everyone's now on the back of the safety car. So it's definitely going to go one more lap around and then we'll get back to racing. Only 3 cars of DNF so far, which are been Lange, Mel Mike and Kossasar. As we just seen Neil leaving the game there. He has. Hopefully he can join back. It is a big lap, so hopefully he can join back and get back into this race. As he was in the fight for the lead there as well before the safety car, so. So now there's going down the hill. I'm very interested with the. I think Gavin's definitely a car to watch here. He's on the old Meachams, so let's see how long he can get those tyres to go for. So we got to watch as well the leaders as well. Let's see how they can do with the brand new tyres. See if they can get through the pack. So yeah, there's still a lot of this race to get going, and it'll definitely answer some of my questions. Is Neil still not back for the restart? Which I am worried about. I wonder what has happened there. So now the safety car's in this lap. Now Tom is the safety car now. He will lead this pack away. I just wonder when he's going to try and go, when he's going to put the foot down. Is he going to go early or is he going to go late? As Neil's joined back in, so he's going to get back in for the restart. His car is... What's happened there? As now Tom gets away. Sorry, I was too busy looking at the ghost car of Neil. But it looks like a good getaway from Tom, but he's still got that car. He's still got Gavin right behind him. And Gavin's really close now, as Neil's falling down the order, and he's still not got back into his car yet, as Gavin gets another 3-second penalty, but he's right all over the back of Tom here, as he chops for the slipstream, but Man's Not Bob's going to go for it here. He gets that position off of Gavin. It looked like he was going to be attacking Tom, but in the end he's lost a position there too, to Bob, so... Maybe showing those mediums are not as good as the hards at the moment of this race. As now Jake's going to claw through the order with his brand new mediums, but if he was seeing Gavin right now who's on those mediums losing a position there, he might be a bit worried about it. Unless Gavin's maybe saving a little bit more battery. Maybe that was the case there. As now we see Jake there going a little bit wide. Really just trying to push on. He's still got Lucky who's right behind him. Really pushing him. As now Neil's dropping in the back. He's still not back in his car. I wonder what's happened there. As now Haj and Top Car got Vlogger have just crashed. I just... looked up there, and it looks like they've tangled with each other and went into the barrier. I think that definitely will be going to the stewards there. Not 100% sure what happened there. I was board with on board with Neil to see if he can get back into his car. It looks like he has now, but he's lost a lot of positions off that restart. Yeah, that's interesting. As now Brian gets a front wing change, has White GR maybe went for a front wing change in different tyres. But that's interesting. What has happened with those two? And there's another safety car that has came out. Tom's still leading the race right now. That will definitely be helping his tyres. Definitely should be helping his tyres get to the end. Adding that extra bit of extra grip, as you won't be putting too much pressure on the tyres. And I just wonder, I think I just seen, has Gavin got a little bit of front wing missing? He has got a little bit of front wing missing. And that's definitely interesting to see. So this is definitely going to shake up the construction ship as well. And this race might even, with that Neil disconnection, might even throw up the championship here. But if I know Neil, he will definitely get back into this race, and he will definitely claw back his points. There's 5 cars that have DNF there. And, yeah. So, now we're just gonna wait until this car goes around. It'll do one more lap, and it should come in. We'll get going on lap 11. On the halfway mark is Top Car Vlogger now. The other Alpine's now disconnected. Oh no, he crashed there. Yeah. Now that is definitely interesting to see. It's now waiting again. If we're going around up this straight, for now the leaders are now on 9-lap tyres. And it's interesting now to see what's going to happen now. From this other restart, Tom's still in the lead. Who has pitted? He pitted on lap 1, I believe. So, and he's definitely taking the tyres long. But can he take them to the end of the race? This will definitely be an interesting end. He has got a free car cushion. Free car cushion, oh, 2-car cushion, sorry, I should say. 2-car cushion to Jake, who's on those mediums, 4-lap old mediums. As everyone else has pitted behind them, the only 3 that stayed out from those old tyres. There's now the safety cars in this lap, and we'll be underway, we'll be getting going again, as Tom now controls the cars. And let's see what he can do on this restart. Just revving the car. I think just try to get the, correct me if I'm wrong, just try to get the engine a little bit warm. It's now, Gavin's creating a massive gap here. But I'm sure, the safety car's not even went in, so Tomlin can't go yet. He'll probably be going, as soon as that safety car gets in, he'll be underway, and he goes underway here. And it's a nice getaway from him. Gavin all over the back of Man's Not Bob, but remembering last time he was all over the back of Tom and then got overtaken on that straight, as now Neil's lost another position to White JR. As they're going up Eau Rouge, really pushing the cars here. As now Jake's got a 3-second penalty, and that's not going to help him as he's got Lucky right behind him. With fresher tyres. As Man's Not Bob looks to go down the inside to take the lead of the race. He does get it, and he managed to hold on to it. As now the leader, and now the leaders are chirping the changes. It's now Jake going down the inside of Gavin there. Still side by side as he makes the move stick here. And now Gavin's got to warn off his teammate, Lucky. So hopefully nothing bad happens between the two drivers. As yeah, however, and that was a really good move from Man's Not Bob, but next lap it's DRS, so he's got to try and hold it off. As he's got Jake now right up there. Jesus, I can't talk. As Neil's now left the session, has he just retired the car? That is quite sad. As now we're on board with Jake. He's looking down that side. He's burning the battery. Is he going to go try and go the long way around? He's still there, gets the inside line. As he makes that move stick. And that is a brilliant move from Jake, but he has burned a lot of battery in doing that, which is not going to help him. As now Lucky's tumbling down the order. And I wonder what's happened there. He was right behind Jake. It's now Man's Not Bob. It's still leading now, but he's got Jake behind, who's got that DRS and ERS to burn. Not that much ERS, but we're on board with him. He's flying at him, but can he get alongside? He looks for the outside. Not enough space there. He's still side by side with him. He still hangs it around the outside. He's made the move, but they're still going to go side by side into this corner. And Jake's still going, trying the outside. I think he's just got it now. No, Man's Not Bob's still there. He just goes a little bit wide, Man's Not Bob. But Jake's now in the lead, but he has that 3-second penalty, so he's got to try and break that DRS to try and get away from these guys, but it is hard around here. It is very hard, but he has those brand new tyres for a reason, so you'll probably be hoping that should be enough grip. As now, this is really looking up. This is really looking weird now, because I wonder what's happened to Lucky. He was definitely behind Jake at the restart, and now he's fallen down all the way to 8th. Maybe just a poor corner somewhere. But now we're on board with Ralphie. It looks like he's got Gavin there around the outside. I just caught that move late. It looked good. As now, was that LLC just going a little bit wide? Maybe, I don't know. As now, look how big this DRS train. Everyone's sticking with DRS. The only person that won't have it will be Jake. And he will be feeling it soon on this straight. And this is getting very intense now. As he goes up Eau Rouge, it looks to be good out that exit. But look at the power of the ERS burn. The DRS. Jake goes into the inside, but I think it's not enough. He swoops around and Man's Not Bob back into the lead. And this is definitely not helping Jake, not at all. He needs to try and get away from these guys, but these guys are just holding on. But it's a brilliant move by Man's Not Bob to get back into the lead. As now Lucky's fighting Brian off at the back. I just don't know what's happened. Oh, he's lost a bit of his front wing there. Oh no, that is not good. When he needed the points, as Neil's out the race, this is probably the best time you can claw those points back, but it's not working out for him. As now LLC goes side by side with Gavin, who's still on those old mediums with that broken front wing. As Ralphie's now maybe looking up to make a move on Tom, but still got the DRS, and he's got a bit of battery to burn. As Jake's right up the rear of Man's Not Bob. Is he going to go for the inside? He thinks better of it, breaks early. As we got a yellow flag off the back. Is that LLC? Has he got damage anywhere? I don't see any. Just maybe just a little bit of a spin there, or going wide somewhere. As we get back to the 2 leaders here. As now Jake's really close here. He'll be really close up Eau Rouge. Following Bob there. And look how close he is here. I think this should be an easy move. He makes it very easy. But now he's giving Man's Not Bob a little bit of a toll that's going to help him down the straight for the cars behind. As now Lucky's clawing his way back up the field. He's got past his teammate. But he is 4 seconds off of 4th. As Man's Not Bob and... Sorry, I'm missing a good fight here. As Man's Not Bob and Jake are really going at it. I think that is Gavin. Is it? We'll go back. Yeah, Gavin's a lot of his front wing. No safety car though. And now he's really going for it. But these two are really battling it out for first place. As Ralphie is also there. He's catching back up. He's reeling into this fight at the top. So it is now game on to the end, I would imagine. And it's definitely going to get interesting. As now, it looks like a yellow flag at the back. Is that LLCC? We'll just go back quickly. He might have just spun again, or it went wide again. As we'll go back to this fight. And Jake trying to use his brand new tires, maybe try and get away from these guys, but it's just not working out. The DRS is that powerful. As Brian now pits, he's into the pits. As yellow flags at the back, a lot of people pitting. Maybe just to fix our front wings, new tires. Jake burning but we'll go back here as Jake's burning. But we'll go back here because I think Ralphie's going to make the move on Tom. But Tom's flinging it as these two are battling side by side as well. We'll go back to the overcam view as everyone's really just trying to make a move up here. But Jake's got that inside line. He's going to try and hold it. He has held it. And that is another lap that he's kept Man's Not Bob at bay. Oh, that's the first one. He's got to do a lot more though. But now this is interesting. Ralphie's got same lap age odds to Jake, so as Man's Not Bob and Tom have both got 14 lap olds, as Jake and Ralphie on 9 lap old tires. This will definitely be interesting coming to the final part of this race. It's just a matter of time. Really the question is, when will the mediums go off and when will those hards go off? It's the interesting question now. But it is basically a 4-way fight for this lead. But now it looks like Man's Not Bob looks a little bit closer now. And I think you might just make this move stick coming up this Camel Straight. But I think is Man's Not Bob putting up a little bit. No, maybe just going a little bit wider to get a better exit out of that corner. As now we get to the straight. And I think it's not even Mansell Bob might not be attacking, it's Ralphie's flying past. Is he going to get both of them? He's going to look around there. Jake's going to keep the position there. But Ralphie with a tremendous speed down that straight. And it's put him up to second. And he's definitely climbing to win this race. Which is incredible. I didn't think he would have tried to make that move on Jake, but he was so far back, but he still caught right up as well to the end. And it's definitely going to be an interesting question of what will definitely happen at the end of this race. As Jake looks like he's trying to push to get them out of DRS here. But he's got a long straight here to go. And I don't think he's gonna get them out of DRS. He's pushing all his battery. Or is that's Ralphie pushing battery? Maybe just pushing battery to make sure man's not Bob. He's pushed a lot. He's on 17%. So he has pushed the battery to get back into the to stay in the DRS. But has he pushed too much battery there? And he could be vulnerable to Man's Not Bob here. But he's gained a lot of battery back there. Showing you he's definitely got enough battery and he's going to have the DRS. And we've seen how powerful it can be down this straight. But now Tom's fallen out of DRS. That is a shame. As now we go on board with Ralphie, who just sails past. Didn't even look like it wasn't even a competition. As Man's Not Bob's just dipped out of DRS compared to the two guys in the lead. But he's going to come back straight back in. As now Gavin takes the fastest lap of the race. Which is interesting. Oh my god, I'm just about to sneeze as well. Ah, there we go. We can focus back on now on the racing. And the only thing is, now, Tom's really dropped out with those tyres being old, so it's definitely an interesting question of, I wonder how's Man's Not Bob's feeling. I was about to say his tyres should be going off soon, and as soon as I was thinking about it, he's had a little accident. He's lost with some wheel spin, lost the car, as these two are going side by side. And I think these guys are going to go side by side for this corner as well. They have. As Tom goes off, and these guys are going side by side. As Jake's going to have DRS for this straight, but he won't have it for the main. And now it's an interesting question of, can Jake... I don't think he can break out. As Lucky's now got a 3-second penalty. And that's not going to help him if the soft runners can catch back up. But, yeah, that's not what Man's Not Bob was wanting there. Because now he's going to be under pressure from Tom here. Interesting to see. I think Ralphie got a lot more battery than Jake here. He's saved a lot of battery here. As now Man's Not Bob has kept Jake behind. Oh, not Jake, sorry, Tom. There's a lot going on in the top four. We haven't really been able to switch back to the other guys. But can't take my eye off it. It looks like every lap they're just trying to send it on each other. So Jake has the lead, but he has that 3-second penalty. As Ralphie's behind him with a lot more ERS. And I would imagine he would definitely have the better tyres now. As now the battle for third, it looks like is coming up. It's between Man's Not Bob and Tom, but that is depending on if Jake can still keep this gap for 3 seconds, which is interesting. As you can see, Ralphie got over 90% compared to Jake's 43, and he's really just saving a lot of battery behind them. But they gotta watch sure they're not battling too hard. It's now Gavin gets another 3-second penalty. And it's definitely becoming interesting as Ralphie just choosing to use that DRS to sit behind to charge a bit of battery. And I would imagine Ralphie will definitely try and make the move now. How much more battery he's got. Yeah, he's going to try and make this go. And I don't think Jake's got anything to really fight with. Yeah, he doesn't even burn any of his battery. He knows. As Ralphie now gets up to the lead. As now these two are still scrapping as Tom still sits behind Man's Not Bob. And it's definitely going to get interesting. Is Lucky now basically in a no-man situation. He's missing half of his front wing. He's not really gaining any time, not really losing any time, but I imagine he'll be thinking what could have been with his, if he just didn't lose a part of his front wing, what could have been, he could have been up there. But we'll go back to these guys, because I just don't know. I'll have a look back here for a minute. So we'll watch Gavin and White GR, let's see what these guys are definitely up to. They definitely look like they're fighting, as Gavin chooses to stay behind. But this has definitely been a very chaotic race indeed, just to watch as well. So now we'll get back and we'll watch these guys as they go in the penultimate lap. I think I've just seen Man's Not Bob having a little bit of a shimmy out the corner. But he is catching Jake, who looks like he's just trying to get his battery back. Has he still got those medium tyres? As he burns it? Now the real question is, will Ralphie does not fight it at all. And it's just interesting to see Tom with no battery. I didn't even think he had his DRS open, so as now we're getting on to the final lap of the race. Well, we've still got this lap and then it's the final lap, but with not long to go, it doesn't look like, I don't know if Jake can pull out those 3 seconds he needs on the cars behind. He's got to do it soon though, if he wants to still stick on this podium. But the crucial part is Tom's not in Man's Not Bob's DRS anymore. He's just lost it, but he is burning his battery to try and get back into it. He has burned enough to get back into it. As now we're coming up to the final lap of the race. And it almost, oh, it looks like he just got that corner wrong. That's definitely not going to help him there. I just wonder, has that maybe cost him a position or two behind him? Because now Tom's in the DRS burning. He's got no battery left, but these guys have still got battery. As we see Ralphie really rocking up to the back, both burning basically all the battery they got. It's the final lap. As Ralphie just sails around. He's got that DRS. He turns off the battery. And knowing Jake, he would definitely, if you turn it off too early, he definitely won't just let you past easily. As now he's coming back. He didn't get past. Ralphie's not got past. Maybe saving his battery for that last sector. As Jake is burning some of his battery. But I'm just trying to look at the time here. Jake with that 3 second penalty, he will drop down to 4th unless he can find a miracle of last sectors here. I hope Jake definitely knows he's got to try and push here now. as Ralphie will definitely try to burn all his battery here. There he goes, he's burning his battery. So is Man's Not Bob. It's definitely interesting to see. This is a real question. That's what will happen coming over to this line. As Man's Not Bob gets a 3-second penalty, and basically the last couple of corners, as Jake will come over the line to take it on track. But with his penalty, it's Ralphie who wins the race. As Jake comes second, Tom could not make it in with 3 seconds. As Man's Not Bob gets that 3 seconds, which puts him down to fourth. And wow, what a crazy, crazy last couple of laps between these guys. Really giving it all. As we see Lucky, not the end of the race he would have wanted, but it's a fifth, you gotta take it. As LLCC comes sixth. As now Brian's rocking up to the line, he's gonna take the 7th place. And as these two are fighting behind, they're still going side by side here. As we'll get back on with Gavin, he just couldn't get the turn in on the last corner. And yeah, only 9 cars managed to finish, so I'd imagine everyone's going to get points here. Well, actually, I don't even know the points are served to, so as the game says, driver of the day is to White JR. And that is definitely, wow, that was definitely an interesting race. As now we'll go to the standings. As you got your winner, Ralphie, then followed by Jake, then followed by Tom, then Man's Not Bob, who was unlucky to get that 3-second penalty, literally at the last couple of corners. Then we've got Lucky, then LLCC, then Brian, then White GR, then Gavin, who has the fastest lap, Niels in 10th, who DNF'd or retired, Haj, who also DNF'd in 11th, Top Car Vlogger in 12th, who DNF'd, Costasar in 13th, who DNF'd, and Metal Mike in Lange, who also DNF'd. But that has been me. I've enjoyed this race. It was really chaotic, but I love a chaotic race. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next round, which is, I forget where's the next round. Oh God. There we go. Find it. Next round will be at Suzuka. So take care and goodbye.